God is moving. It's Young People Nation.
Welcome to Young People Nation. Listen to us weekly as we commit to bring transparency, healing, and truth to the everyday situations in life that might bring you down. Join us for your weekly dose of inspiration. Thank you for listening to Young People Nation. Make sure you subscribe so you never miss an episode. And now, here's your host, Eugene and Donna Perry.
Let's go. Christ is the foundation. Know his word gon' lead us. Know I'm already going. Taking steps I believe in. Giving guidance to the youth. Giving guidance to the lost. Give the world to the project. Lead them back to the cross.
Hello, welcome back. This is session 2 with the Atkinsons.
All right.
Nicole and Jemiah.
Hey.
Hey,
Let's do it.
Yes, and Young People Nation, thank you all again so much. And if this is your first time listening, this is a dynamic mother and daughter team. Okay? Me meeting with you for the first time, Jemiah, I was like, this young lady, just connect with her because she is so mature. And I love that.
All right.
Keep being your unique you. Okay? Now, Miss Atkinson, Nicole, this lady is a woman of God. She wears a lot of hats. She's a mother of 4. She's a professional counselor. She's a community builder. She have these women trips that she take women on to diffuse and grow and come back and be better women. And so thank you for what you do in the community.
Thank you.
And for anybody that's looking and listening, Jemiah is a great actress, okay? And so she is looking to be on the academies eventually and some other things. God going to create these spaces for her. But what I like about meeting her and getting to know her is that she's a community builder. You're very active in the community with the debutantes. She's a working young lady, working, okay? Even though her parents can do things for her, she's intentional. She's out there working. That's good. Welcome, Jemiah.
Thank you.
Okay, so we're in session 2. And Jemiah, we're going to talk to you about mental health process, okay? Because that's our journey. And your mom, God has blessed her with her busy life that she's going to eventually go back for your doctorate, right?
Come on now. Don't be speaking prophetically over here. Come on now.
Yeah, because she got a lot to do. Okay, so Jemiah, you're blessed to have your mom, a woman of God, a counselor. So you get both sides, and that's such a blessing. But I want you to discuss, we talked about in your first session how, your grandmother passed at 12, that transition. Talk to us about your process of the 5 years since your grandmother's passing to now you're 17. So has it been a long process or it's been your process? No one gets to tell you how long your process would be. So let's put that out there to the audience. No one gets to tell a person how long. Am I correct?
You're very correct.
Yeah, because you're the professional. Okay, so I can tap over here. But nobody gets to tell a person how long their process is. So can you share with the audience your process? And you talked about in session 1 about your parents and your sister and your friends. So can you let us in just a little deeper?
Okay, yes. So for like the first year, it was just really difficult for me. It's like you always have your first Christmas, your first Thanksgiving, your first family outing without her. And that was really challenging. But like as our family, like we had like our meetups around like the time that she died. So that was really helpful for me, like to seeing everyone was like still not okay with it. And like I wasn't the only one still grieving about it. So that was like really helpful. But like just being around them really helped me out. Like I was definitely smiled more around them. And then I was 13. I was just getting more used to the fact that I couldn't call her. It was just okay. Like you did have your random moments like, oh, let me go call my grandma. It was like, oh, I can't.
Yes.
So that was like, it was just those moments that like affected me. And I was just like, okay, like you get a little sad. Like you just have your time for yourself. I'm trying to think. Over like the course, I've been really good. I just accepted the fact. I definitely started praying a lot more. And then COVID year, that's like the time that everyone had time to think. It's like you're definitely just stuck in like, you're just
like
stuck.
sit still, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I was just around nature a lot. That really helped me. Like, it probably seemed like I hated it because my mom was like, let's do hikes, let's do this. And then where we were at, it was like really helpful. Like we were in New Mexico. It was, I definitely loved that.
Yes.
Like the trees, like the cactus, like the snow.
Outside is good.
Yeah. I really loved it. Like I always tell myself I'll move out there. That's just how much it was. Like I see myself living out there. But I was just being out with the nature and just accepting it. That really helped me. Now I'm great. I just know that she's like in a great place. So it really doesn't affect me as much as it would 5 years ago. I still do have my moments. Like I do talk to my aunt about it. Like I'll post her and stuff on like Instagram or something.
Yes.
And it'll be like, oh, I was just thinking about her, you know?
Yes.
But that's pretty much it. Like I really don't get like in a sad space about it. It's just like I'm happy about it.
Okay. Okay. And I heard something as you was talking that you didn't feel alone, and you all made sure she didn't feel like just get over it.
Yes.
You know, because I believe that's the problem sometimes. And when someone lose a loved one, they be like, okay, well, you know they're in heaven, so look, you got to move on with life and like get over it instead of letting them process. What's the danger of that?
The danger of that is whenever we go through something in our body that is traumatic, we have an autonomic nervous system, which was created to help us. So like if something it was created to alarm us, right? So like if a bear came in right now, it would alarm us like, girl, you need to run. So you can protect yourself. So that's how your system is set up. But when we have these traumatic events like death or accidents or those things, our autonomic nervous system is heightened for a long period of time. And so if we don't do things to get it back regulated at a balanced state, then we run into different problems. Like our immune system begins to shut down. We run into depression, anxiety, and all of those things that have a negative effect. So with allowing spaces for her to not feel alone, because what we did as a family is every week that she passed, and she passed the day after her birthday, so it's like 2 in 1. So the whole week for 7 days, all of my husband's siblings and his father and all the grandkids, we spend the entire week together. So we've gone to Orlando, New Mexico, Alabama. They've come here to Georgia, and we spend that time together intentionally to just cope, to be with people.
Yes.
And then the research shows that the greatest way to process grief, because like you said, you don't ever get over it. Like she's never going to forget her grandma.
That's right.
The best way to process grief is 1, to acknowledge it, and then 2, be in community.
Yes.
So that you can do it together. Because community, just being with people, it helps you to process. It helps to get those energies out of your body in a healthy way.
Hey. Wow.
You know that's fantastic.
That's
I know.
good.
I remember.
That is so good.
I remember my grandmama passed. Mary passed, and it was just like another day, and nobody said nothing. And for years, it's I would come to a point in my life where I just start crying, and I felt the lowest of the low, and had to pull myself back up because nobody talked about it. Nobody said anything about it. Nobody shared any stories or any instances of life during that time. But doing the way y'all do it, where everybody being a family come together like that.
Powerful?
It's powerful.
Yes, that's powerful.
Yeah, you can easily cope and grow to the point where you don't lose that self, that part of your life that they were in.
Yes.
And because I could actually walk in a room and imagine her sitting there, or you hear a song. Or you hear a light voice that sounded like hers.
Yes.
And you got I got to take a time out.
Yeah. And that's the great thing now that we're more open about mental health and counseling, and we got people like you that are excellent in what God has graced you to do, and we need that.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
We need that, and believe it or not, a lot of people our age need you. You understand, because they have suppressed depression and oppression and things on shelves. And so if somebody come over, it's like I had to tell one of the young ladies that got choosing to go to another branch that's going to be beneficial for her, and I hugged her. I said, don't, watch that mental health, because you don't want no one to just say, hey girl, how you doing? And you just blow up, and that comes from suppress. Yes.
And the thing about suppressing is we think that we're doing a good job at it, but we're not, because the body doesn't lie. It can't lie.
Yes.
It only can respond to what you deposit in it. So even if you suppress it, and it could be 5 years, 5 months, 5 minutes, or 10 years, it's going to manifest. And if you don't deal with it properly, it's going to manifest in ways that are detrimental.
In your health a lot, correct?
Yes.
Wow. See, we're going to have to do another podcast on that and the danger of suppressing that. And this could be attached to a lot of health issues that's going on right now.
Yes.
But in life nowadays, and with all the deaths and drive-by shootings and kids dying and all like that, it's more of a demand for understanding and to have a close relationship, because these suppressed. Well, I work with kids that didn't see themselves going past 30. And their whole attitude is, I'm getting all I can get right now, because I know when I turn 30, I ain't gonna be here no more.
Wow. That's something. So I'm gonna switch back over to Jemiah. Jemiah, with you having such a gift to discern in your circle at school, do you ever see people, and I know you do, dealing with low self-esteem and depression, and do you ever feel led to encourage them? Like we've had people on the podcast where if they did not go to where that person was getting ready to end their life. So do you ever have that unction of that in your life?
I haven't experienced that yet, but like obviously I do see people like going through stuff, and like I just pray for them.
Yes.
Because I'm not gonna lie, I'm really shy. So
okay.
I will not go to anyone if I don't feel comfortable.
Okay.
Like I feel like I had an experience, like if I see something, I'll go up to them and I'll talk to them, because like once I talk to you, I'm really open and I can see and I can help people, and like I'm really observant. So I think that's really helpful. Like I'll just pray for you like from a distance, and then if like God pushes me, I'll talk to them, but it's not like I'll just walk up to them like, hey girl, what you doing? Like that's not me.
So what about your close friends?
With my close friends, we're really open about that. Like with my best friend, we can talk about anything. So I feel like it's never like a dull moment with that. So yeah. Yeah,
because that intimate group, you're more ready to talk with them.
Yeah.
Like I hear my daughters, well, I used to really hear them a lot when they was in the house, but sometimes I overhear them talking to their friends. I'm like, girl, no, you don't need to be doing that. No, ma'am, that is not what we're doing. Okay. So that's great to have that community that you can talk with, and they can talk with you, because it's like an iron sharpening iron, because no one person has it all. I want to ask you this as well. You're about to go off to college this year. So how have you prepared yourself?
All right.
That is huge. and you're going out away from your parents.
Yes.
So
Don't sound too hard now.
Look, you'll be missing out on, because I see your mama making them shakes and all that stuff online. She's really an awesome cook, and I see her, she making those smoothies and stuff. I see you. And so, how have you prepared yourself personally for that? Because we know your parents have, because we've already talked about they're creating safe spaces, and y'all are very transparent.
Yeah, just personally, I just take time for myself, because in college, I'm going to be 8 hours away from everyone. So I just have to be open with just my mental.
Yes.
I take time for myself, just like to understand what I'm feeling. I try not to put too much on myself. Like now I'm just working on a routine. Like you have to do this. Like cause like I'm a really bad procrastinator.
Okay.
So like I'm just working on that, just like help myself for later on. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Like I'm working on my mental health, working on my procrastination. I'm working on getting closer with like my family and like my home. So that's what I'm doing right now. Just because like I'm not gonna see them every day. And that's like really sad.
FaceTime.
Yeah. Yes. That's really sad because like my sister thinks like I'm never coming back. So like I'm just talking to her and like creating bonds with them, especially like with my younger two siblings. Cause compared to like my older sister that I'm close with, like we've been together for like our whole life.
Yes.
My younger two siblings, I've probably been with them like for like 8 years, 5. So it's not really like a difference. Like I won't be in the house while they're having their teen experience. But,
Okay.
like my other sister, she's seen me grow up. I've seen her grow up. So like I'm just taking the time to be with them, spend time with them, and do that.
Yeah, they're gonna call you though. Those younger ones. I'm speaking from experience.
The iPad is never dead.
Yeah, look, Mama won't let me do this. Can I come with you? Yeah, they're coming.
Oh, yeah.
They're gonna
Oh,
come.
yeah.
They're gonna call because you're gonna be the escape route. You know. Okay, and so what? Be the voice to your generation. At this moment, talk to the audience.
What do I say? I don't know, like just be yourself. Never dim your light for anyone. That's like something I had to experience for myself because like I said, I was shy. Over like these past few years, like that was my goal, to be open about myself. So just find yourself, take your time to notice yourself and like what you want, what you need. I think that's really important because that helps you grow as a person. And like I used to be a people pleaser really bad. So knowing that, I'm like, okay, like I'll help you out. But like now I'm just like, well, I really can't do that. Like I have to focus on myself. So like just be yourself. Never let anyone dim your light. If you need someone to talk to, just talk to those few friends that you can trust. It's really helpful to have an outlet. Have a bond with your friends, your family. You never know when it will end. Live your life to the fullest. Because tomorrow's never promised. That's like how I live. So yeah.
Okay. Well, we're going to end on that note and give out these hotline numbers. Thank you all so much. Again, this has been great.
Yeah.
It's like I'm learning all over again. Thank you so much. But we always like to give out our hotlines because we never know who's listening. So the 988 hotline, there's the text home to 741-741, and that's 24/7 service. There's the NAMI, N-A-M-I. That's the National Alliance on Mental Illness. And you can go to their website and reach out by the state you live in. And if you have no clue, there's the 211. That's 24/7. Mr. Perry?
You know, as you go through everyday life, it requires a bit of faith. And faith that is not tested is not worth your investment. And that includes friends and family members. If they're not tested to be worthy of your time and effort and all, it ain't worth your investment. It's not your investment in life to make them into a place of refuge. Because a lot of times it's the biggest temptation is to stay away from those that don't want you to make it in life, and they get pleasure out of causing people to fall. Like some people will come to the part where they'll take another young lady's boyfriend just to see if they could do it, and that's a type of power, narcissism. And they love doing stuff like that. And going off to college, you're going to meet a lot of people from a lot of places, a lot of desire, because in life you have a lot of people that you meet at the table to eat, and people don't have a table to eat. They eat separate, or they don't come home at all. That's a norm. And you're going to meet different people like that. And to have the faith to go your way and do what you need to do is a great demand in life itself. That's why you got to live your life the way you can live it and not be a pawn of somebody else's desire. And this has been Young People Nation, and remember, there is always hope.
There's always hope.
Let's go. Christ is the foundation. Know his word gon' lead us. Know I'm already going. Taking steps I believe in. Giving guidance to the youth. Giving guidance to the lost. Give the world to the project. Lead them back to the cross. He the #1 prospect. He the top boss. I was broke, I was empty. He the one that paid the cost. Really thought that I was cool. There was nothing like the Savior. Now it's time for the truth. The whole world been waiting. It's Young People Nation. 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 The whole world been waiting. Whatever you going through, I know what he gonna do. Don't matter the circumstance, we going back to the root. Keep going, keep going. Let that seed keep growing. You need peace and we know it. Now it's time to live holy. Young People Nation. You know what time it is. Young People Nation. Get ready, the time is here. Get ready, we vibing here. We about to let God in here. Young People Nation. It's Young People Nation. Yeah, do it for the heavens, you know where we going. Influenced by his love, you know we gotta show it. It's time to put the youth onto what God is doing. Cause I can tell you now, right now, that God is moving. It's Young People Nation.